I'm Teisha with Shalom TV's News Update. Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and Foreign Minister and Israel Beitenu head Avigdor Lieberman are joining forces to face the upcoming elections in Israel. At a press conference Thursday evening, the two announced they would be forming a united Likud and Israel Beitenu list. That would create a large right-wing bloc ahead of Israel's elections in January. Netanyahu said that a large coalition led by one united party is the best option for Israel, saying this is the time to show strength to our enemies and unity among us. The Prime Minister further said the union between the Likud and Israel Beitenu will allow us to protect Israel in the face of security threats and the power to make economic changes within the country. Lieberman said the union was a true political alternative for Israeli citizens and that it was one of experience, power, and unity. Channel 2 earlier said the new party would be called Likud Beitenu, with Netanyahu and Lieberman in the first and second spots on the list, respectively. Israel's Knesset members reacted earlier to unofficial reports of the union. Likud Minister Gideon Sa'ar had said this move will make the difference between right and left clearer and may enable a better handling of the great challenge that Israel is facing. Likud Minister Michael Eitan, however, said the union should be rejected, calling it anti-democratic. Merah's party leader Zahava Gal'on coined the union as the, quote, Lieberman government, saying the prime minister's joining the hawkish Lieberman creates a, quote, radical extremist government. Labor Minister Isaac Herzog said the reported merger was a great opportunity for us in the center, saying the new alliance will be an extremist North Pole and will be the leading centrist force. Kadima MK Yochanan Plesner called on the centrist parties to come together and form a united bloc to challenge the new Likud Beitenu bloc. Israel's elections are set for January the 22nd. Israel's ambassador to the United Nations, Ron Prosor, called on the UN Security Council Wednesday to condemn rocket fire from Gaza following the barrage of 80 rockets hitting southern Israel Tuesday and Wednesday. Prosor said not condemning the attacks could have severe consequences, as Hamas and other terrorists would take the silence as a, quote, green light for terror and provocation. Meanwhile, U.S. Ambassador to Israel Dan Shapiro condemned the rocket attacks, posting on his Facebook page on Thursday, "Rocket strikes from Gaza are outrageous. We support Israel's right to defend itself. Our thoughts are with the residents of the South." The JTA reports that a report from the French Interior Ministry said that French security had failed in properly assessing the danger posed by Toulouse attack killer Mohammed Merah. Merah killed 3 Jewish children and a rabbi earlier this year at a Jewish school in Toulouse. The ministry submitted their 17-page report on Tuesday, stating that the French Domestic Intelligence Agency had been watching Merah since last November, but was apparently unaware that he had at least 15 previous criminal convictions, including attacking a neighbor with a sword in 2010. The report further stated that despite warnings that Merah had radicalized in France and abroad, the police were late in recognizing the danger that Merah posed. The report also found that Merah had become an Islamist extremist during a prison stint back in 2008. New Jersey Jewish News reported that a conservative Jewish day school in West Orange, New Jersey, has said it will not be renewing its Boy Scout charter for next year because of the Boy Scouts of America's policy to exclude gay and lesbian adults from leadership positions. The Golda Ox Academy is the charter organization for a Boy Scout troop and Boy Scout pack. They sent a letter to parents this week saying to exclude same-sex families from membership and adult volunteerism is in direct contradiction of school policies, which place high value on inclusion. Adding it has been decided that GOA cannot act as the sponsor organization until that national policy changes. In July, the Boy Scouts of America reaffirmed its ban on gays and lesbians. And finally today, the Jewish Federation of Northern New Jersey has joined forces with the Shalom Hartman Institute for a new educational initiative called I Engage, designed by the Jerusalem-based institute to make Israel the topic of conversations about Jewish values and not just about politics and crisis. The program is being brought to the area through a grant from the Adler Innovation Fund. Federation's Laura Freeman, who helped shepherd the Adler family grant, told Shalom TV that the Hartman program was designed to put the conversation about Israel back on the table, that many religious leaders have taken it off the table as its various issues like the Israeli-Palestinian conflict and religious pluralism can be polarizing. The idea, Freeman said, is to reteach about some of the issues that Israel faces every day through biblical text and current events, and help put Israel back on the table, and understand that you can be critical of Israel and support Israel at the same time. Freeman said the program is meant to move the Israel conversation from a, quote, crisis discussion to an advocacy discussion. And that's Shalom TV's News Update. I'm Teisha Bader.